It's the blue eyes for me. It's the Ferrari for me. No. It's the Super Kicks t-shirt for me. Yes, guys, I'm back with some more Super Kicks related stuff. Everyone knows that I love Super Kicks, and I only kind of tackle things and put this sounds very egotistical of me, but put my name on things that I truly love. Super Kicks is one of those things. We know the people behind Super Kicks, and we know they're constantly trying to create new things and new designs, and as you see on the screen right now, a brand new kind of redesigned, easier to navigate website. And there's some stuff on sale, like some sweatshirts and all of that kind of stuff. Of course, you know, if you use the code JOSH00, you can get free shipping. You just got to go to superkicks.com. That's SPRKIX.com. You get some free shipping, site-wide, completely anywhere in the world. If you want to get some stuff like some sweatshirts or a cool gold shirt, or just, you know, what I like to call the traditional Super Kick shirt, that one you see on the screen right now. All different kinds of stuff. Some hoodies and some beanies and some different kinds of wrestler designs and podcasters and all this kind of cool stuff. I love Super Kicks. I'm going to keep talking about Super Kicks because I'm very passionate about things that I put my name against. And this is one of those things. It's like, okay, you like me, maybe you'll love Super Kicks. You'll find something you love, feel confident, feel fresh, feel trendy, kind of everything. It just kind of fits with anything. I'm a believer in, to feel confident, you have to look confident. And this is the kind of stuff I feel confident in. It makes me feel confident that I can take on the world. Feel like I get in with today's society. All that kind of cool stuff. So if you go to superkicks.com, that's SPRKIX.com, enter the code JOSH00, you get yourself some free shipping. Grab something you love, I know you will, and then people will be saying, it's the Super Kicks t-shirt for me. In the latter part of October in 2010, the 7th game in the WWE Smackdown vs. Raw series was released for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Nintendo Wii. This is the last game under the Smackdown vs. Raw name, with future installments simply being named WWE or WWE 2K. This is going to be one of the easiest videos that I'll ever make because it is simply something I adore. My name is Josh Robinson, and this is 5 reasons why I love Smackdown vs. Raw 2011. Reason number 1. Let's not waste any time with this. I'm actually genuinely excited to record this because I love this game. It's probably, if not, it is one of my favorite wrestling games, if not my favorite, maybe, which might be a little bit edgy for some people, but anyway, here's reason number 1. It is Universe Mode. Universe Mode, to me in this game, it is the original installment of Universe Mode, and while I believe that some games did do it better, this to me just feels like the original incarnation. It is the original incarnation. It's what they originally intended what Universe Mode could be. Now, again, there's other games that do it slightly better with more customization, but this just feels so raw, no pun intended, and so organic, and it's just it's so fresh. It's such a fresh concept that we never had in these games. It was truly something you could just be like, I want the universe to shape what I do and kind of shape itself around me. There was cool number 1 contenders matches, you lead into pay-per-views, there was different things like championships and stuff, and actually having a mode where you kind of track your progress in a weird way without being too restrictive and just kind of playing the game as you normally would. It added an extra element onto play mode or exhibition mode, whatever you want to call it. Not only that, the multiplayer aspect of kind of controlling your own brand, you can kind of do things within the game. You get a little bit more out of it than just playing matches, and that's what I really like about it. It added a whole nother thing when you finished other modes in the game. You kind of go through and play Universe. So that is reason number 1, why I love Smackdown vs. Raw 2011. Reason number 2, the Road to WrestleMania mode. Now this is actually the last game to really feature the Road to WrestleMania mode in this capacity. WWE 12 did have it in a different kind of way where there was more, I guess, kind of free-flowing between the 3 different ones. But this was 5 different voices. Well, I mean 5 different voices, yes, but 5 different stories you could pick through to kind of play the road to WrestleMania. I believe there's like 79 days to each WrestleMania, and you go through so many weeks of television, go through pay-per-views, all the standard stuff that you know from Road to WrestleMania. Now, obviously, in this game, it added back for the first time since WWE Smackdown Shut Your Mouth in a season mode or story mode, it had free roaming backstage, and they kind of redesigned the WWE backstage kind of area, and he'd go through and run around and talk to different superstars. Most of them would just tell you to piss off, basically, but there was a lot of different things we kind of react, and it's always the Road to WrestleMania as I go back and play the most. Personally, my favorite story in that was Christian's. I loved Christian's story, but you had Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, John Cena, there was versus Undertaker, and you could kind of pick a created superstar. It was really cool. Rey Mysterio, if I didn't say that already, if I did, I apologize, but it was just a really fun mode, and it was, like I said, the last of its kind before, like, they tried to do Road to WrestleMania in WWE 12. It was very different, like I said, and then we kind of got the recreation modes in future games, which I'm sure I'll cover at some point. But Road to WrestleMania was so fun, it was so interactive, it just had everything you kind of wanted, well, everything I wanted out of Road to WrestleMania. I just found it a lot of fun, and it's reason number 2 why I love SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Reason number 3, the weapons physics. Now, yeah, I'm dedicating a whole reason to the weapons physics. It was like this, they kind of hyped it. They said, we're redesigning the weapons physics to make them more reactive to just what you're doing in these games, which we all craved for so long. Like, yes, we just want we want to do a suplex in it to go through a table if we're near a table, not to just kind of morph away. That was always the worst thing about these games. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst things about wrestling games was that it wasn't very reactive of your environment. And the weapons physics, I believe they used the Havoc system for the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe they used that system for the first time. And kind of introducing the new weapons physics, you kind of suplex people, or do anything, suplex is just what I'm saying, onto stairs and tables and chairs and kendo sticks and sledgehammers, any weapon, and they'd actually react. And I just thought it was the coolest stuff. It made, TLC matches better, it made Extreme Rules matches better. It just was so cool to have that kind of element brought in, and that element of realism that we're like, yes, we want this, and it was the best way they did it. They changed it over the years, and it just never was the same. They just, how those games kind of went. But it was just so good. I just thinking of all the times I did like top rope choke slams onto stairs, and they would just hit it, and I would be like, whoa. Everyone knows if they played that game exactly what I mean when I go, whoa. It was just the best. Weapons physics is reason number 3 why I love SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Reason number 4, the creation suite. This may be my favorite creation suite in a wrestling game ever. It had story mode, it had create a superstar, obviously, moveset, entrance. It had everything you want out of creation mode, and so in depth with absolutely everything. Create a story is something I'll focus on here. The whole creation suite I'm talking about in general, but create a story was so good. It started in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, and this one had elements of branching storylines and just different elements added in within the actual story mode to do more things. And I spent hours and hours and hours creating stories in these games. I just thought it was the best thing. The creation suite in general, again, so in depth. You could really start to actually create something. You could picture something in your head and create it in these games. It was just so cool to me, and it was so different, and just something I just remember spending a lot of time in was the creation suite. And to kind of tie things in with the Road to WrestleMania, and the fact that you go versus The Undertaker as a created superstar, and spending some time actually creating something that looked cool, instead of it looking like a created superstar, it actually kind of fit in with the models in the game. I just thought it was so different and so cool, and I just love it. I just love the creation suite. So in depth, so good. Love everything about it. And it's reason number 4 why I love SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Reason number 5, the cover art. Okay, you need to hear me out here, guys. I know what you're thinking. Josh, why is that a reason you love this game? There is something that, for first and foremost, there's something about having the actual box that this comes in, the actual case that this comes in, as opposed to now where we kind of buy everything digitally. But there's something about this cover art that I look at and I'm like, this just seems like a game I want to play. John Cena, Miz, Big Show are on the cover art, and it's got red and blue in the background. It's got like the WrestleMania set in the background. It's got like fireworks and stuff going off. It just looks really aesthetically pleasing. Now I know it's not a reason that everyone's going to agree with of like, oh, I played this game because of the cover art. That's not what I'm saying. It just adds in with the whole kind of overall look at this game. The cover art is something I look at and it's just like, I want to play this game. It's intriguing to me. It's very inviting. I don't know why I look at little things like that, but even the back of it, it had like, this is your moment. That was the kind of tagline from that game. And it was just the cool aesthetic. I love cool aesthetics. I like stuff that's visually just engaging and it makes me want to play the game. So that's why I kind of am just saying that is one of the reasons why. I just love the cover art and love the aesthetic of it. And I know people are probably going to be like, this is silly, this is not a reason I play it. But it is a reason I play it, so it is the final reason why I love Smackdown vs. Raw 2011. And there is my 5 reasons why, including even the box art of why I love Smackdown vs. Raw 2011. I said at the top of this video in the intro that this is one of my favorite wrestling games of all time. It still stands to this day. I absolutely adore this game. I just love it so much. It is just something that I can still play to this day and still like thoroughly enjoy it. It is just so fun to me. But of course, if you want to let me know if you love this game, let me know in the comments below. That is the best way to do so. Leave a like, all that kind of good stuff. If you could share for me on social media, that's even better. If you want to talk to me on Twitter, it's JoshRobinson00. Of course, come and hang out with me on Twitch 4 or 5 times a week, twitch.tv/JoshRobinson00. If there's anything you'd like to cover here on 5 Reasons Why, of course, you can let me know in the comments. The worst I can say is I haven't played it. So leave a suggestion of what you'd like to see. Doesn't have to be wrestling, doesn't have to, just anything from any kind of system, and I'll do my best to cover it on this series. I thank you for all the love for 5 Reasons Why. People seem to really like this, so I really appreciate all the support and all the love. It continued, and it kind of makes me want to continue making these things. So whatever time of the day it is, whenever you clicked on this video, have a good morning, night, day, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you stay safe, you stay happy, and until the next time, everybody, see you later.